Good Friday morning. I'm NTV Chief Meteorologist Eddie Shear with a look at your forecast as we go into the rest of our Friday. Temperatures out there right now starting mild for many. It's going to stay that way as we go into the afternoon. In fact, for areas of eastern and central Newfoundland, especially away from south-facing shorelines, temperatures this afternoon will once again warm up into the teens. No complaints there from me. As we look into Lab West, we can see the rain there has ended. Perhaps it's a few flurries, although Churchill Falls up through Nain and northern Labrador still seeing rain, maybe a bit of snow mixed in. That too will end over the next few hours. New Gower Street, St. John's showing some rain right now. Overcast skies. Heaviest rain, though, does appear to be west of the Avalon at this point. Radar imagery showing an area of very heavy rainfall from near Clarenville up through the Eastport Peninsula, Bonavista Bay area near Lumsden, just to the east of Gander, and just to the west of the Bonavista Peninsula, extending on down through the Burin Peninsula, just to the east of Marystown. Also seeing a second area of rain across the Avalon Peninsula right now, and actually as we go back to the radar imagery, we can see that the rain is moving from almost west to east. And it's not going to be long before it moves offshore. You can see the back edge there around Gander. That moves offshore in the next couple hours. Once that happens, the weather across the island will begin to improve quite drastically, actually. As we go over to the satellite imagery and take a slightly wider view across the island, we can see a few, or the province, I should say. We can still see a few of those showers remaining across the west coast into the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Those two will end by this afternoon. But our area of low pressure is sitting somewhere in this area here, right near Lake Melville, just to the east of Rigolette. On the backside of that low, we are still seeing some rain or some snow from just west of Goose Bay through Churchill Falls and back up through Nain, kind of in this comma head configuration here. That will begin to end this afternoon as the low pulls away, but areas kind of in that circle I was just showing you, we'll see the rain and or snow persisting for a few more hours before the weather improves as we get into this afternoon. Rainfall warning still in place for Churchill Falls and the Churchill Valley. All the other warnings that were in place for Newfoundland and Labrador by Environment Canada have since been ended. Futurecast will take us through today. There's that moisture in Labrador, rain and snow. Across the island, we've got rain working its way from west to east. And it looks like by lunchtime or so, the rain is almost moving offshore of the Avalon Peninsula. And by 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, that will indeed be the case. And once we get through lunchtime, I think areas of central and eastern Newfoundland, away from south-facing shorelines, because that's where winds are going to be onshore, we'll begin to see some sunny breaks. And as the air dries out across the board, many of us will begin to see sunny breaks and clear breaks by this evening before the sun does set. However, more rain and showers are on the way for our Saturday. Temperatures, I think the computer underdoing. I think areas of eastern and central Newfoundland, especially away from the south-facing shorelines, areas like St. John's, the Avalon North, Conception Bay North area, Bonavista Peninsula around Bonavista Bay, back through Gander, Grand Falls, Windsor, etc. May see highs today approaching 15 or 16 degrees. In Labrador, temperatures this afternoon are going to be quite a bit milder compared to where we are now, especially around Churchill Falls, but Nain, Makova kind of staying chilly with temperatures reading near 2 this afternoon. It's also going to be a little bit breezy this morning. We are seeing some gusty winds across the eastern third of Newfoundland right now, especially around Placentia Bay. Those winds begin to ease this afternoon as the core of the high wind speeds does move offshore. And once the high wind speeds do move offshore, yes, it will stay breezy with winds gusting 40-50 clicks, but not the 80 to 90 we are seeing in some spots out there right now. I'm tracking the forecast, and I'll be sure to have an update for you on what we can expect this weekend coming up tonight on the NTV Evening News Hour between 6 and 7, and obviously First Edition between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. Have a great day. I will see you this evening.